Good evening, everybody. Dan Orphan here again for another episode of Baseball Issues. The drama continues with the Houston Astros. This week, the story is shortstop Carlos Correa really sounded off this week, speaking out against Cody Bellinger of the Dodgers. Bellinger expressed his disappointment with the Astros cheating scandal, saying that everybody knows they robbed the Dodgers of their championship in 2018. Carlos Correa said Cody Bellinger should shut the fuck up because he doesn't know the facts, and was basically saying because Bellinger had a bad series, it doesn't matter that the Astros cheated. He said the Astros won fair and square, that anybody who analyzed the series would understand that, and that the Dodgers essentially have nothing to complain about. Well, clearly the Astros didn't come together and say to each other, all right, listen, guys, we've been caught here. Nobody say anything defensive. Nobody provoke anybody. Just let everyone say what they're going to say because they're going to say it no matter what we do. And the best thing to do is to just not say a word. Otherwise, it'll make it worse, which Carlos Correa clearly has for the Astros. I don't know if I know of a dumber thing any athlete has ever said. The Astros won fair and square. Wow, I mean, it's like somebody dared him to say that. You know? Like, I get that Correa is, he's a 25-year-old man. He's only 25 years old in life. But where does he come across saying something even in the same ballpark as that? How much worse he's making it for the Astros and himself. He's begging the league to throw at him, at his head. There's going to be some knockdowns this year. I know Commissioner Rob Manfred spoke of issuing discipline if players are thrown out intentionally. He doesn't want any of that, and I think I can understand why. As understandable as it is to throw at Astros players, I can understand why you'd have to penalize anybody who did, because you still got to keep the peace in the league. But Correa, they're begging for it. He's begging for it. They were going to get it anyway. And it's just a remarkable thing that he would say that. That he could even think of saying that. People are trying to absolve Jose Altuve now, saying he didn't cheat. He had a tattoo he didn't want to show, Well, I tell you, if the buzzer thing is completely fake, if that is totally just not true at all, pretty unlucky for the Astros that they have to deal with this suspicion on top of everything else. Just what a coincidence that Altuve says, "Don't rip my jersey off," as he's about to score on his walk-off home run against the Yankees last year in the ALCS. But hey, you make your own luck. So it seems like he may have been wearing a wire or something. After the home run, Altuve went into the dugout and came right back. He came right out. He was wearing the Astros championship shirt, but just the fact that he left. And when the people are being asked about it, Astros are being asked about it, all they're saying is that they did the investigation and found no evidence of a buzzer. Nobody is actually saying there is no buzzer. Nobody's denying it vehemently, like you'd expect them to if they were totally innocent of it. It's easier for the Astros to just say they don't know, Because if they deny it and they lie, that's worse. You know, if they get caught later, and denying it now and lying is worse than just saying they didn't find anything in the investigation. These things, you know, it's like, I know it doesn't prove like the Astros used the buzzer, but it's like, in reading between the lines here, it seems like almost obvious that they were doing something with a buzzer or anything. Who knows what? They've been getting away with this cheating stuff for a while. You know, Alex Correa left, the bench coach, one of the ringleaders. He left after 2017. So, of course, it's realistic that the Astros would look for ways to get away with their scandal in a more sophisticated way. So, if the Astros really didn't use a buzzer, why didn't they just say they didn't use a buzzer? Because if they didn't use a buzzer, it will never be found that they used a buzzer. Therefore, they incur no risk by denying it. But by denying it, and they get caught later, they're in worse trouble than by saying what they said instead. So, boy, what a mess. And the season's only about 6 weeks away or so. And this story is still hot. It is very hot. I mean, even Mike Trout, just like the most respected player in baseball, even he was speaking out against what the Astros did and why they disagrees with the lack of punishments. You know, the players are granted immunity, so that was in exchange for telling the truth. I can see why Manfred would have to do that, and that he can't suspend the players. But it is amazing that he is still allowing them to keep the title, the rings, and everything. You know, he recently called it a piece of metal and apologized for that remark. You know, saying, what's the big deal if we take away the piece of metal? He should just do it. The league is calling for their heads, and if he doesn't issue proper punishment, then the league might take matters into their own hands. So, Manfred is being really stubborn about not taking the championship away. I can understand why he's not suspending players if he made a deal with them in the beginning not to. But it just looks bad that they still have the title. It would be great if they could take the title away. I mean, look, they'll never be able to take away the excitement they felt, that the fans felt. Obviously, they'll never take that away, but if you take it off the record that the Astros are not champions in 2017, then not only are they not the champions of 2017, they're still not a champion at all. That was the Astros' first World Series that they won. So it's just a real sad time to be a baseball fan. But it's very interesting. We'll see if or how much things cool off at all before the season starts and how it carries into the regular season. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Good night, Las Vegas, and we'll talk baseball again soon.